Hello everybody! Welcome, welcome! I am just sitting around waiting for Rylea to log in. Any day now? I hope everyone has had a wonderful evening. Our hopes tonight is to try and finish up the role quests, which is staring at us at the back of over there. And then hopefully start the combined role quest. Knock on wood. Until then, I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. So, hi! What should I do? Maybe I should check on my retainers. I haven't checked on them in a little bit. They're probably lonely. Oh no, my retainers. Whatever shall they do without me? Hello, Live Swing! We're kind of twiddling our thumbs until Rye logs in, which should be any moment now. Really? They're probably wrapping up their Stellaris game with their dad. It is what they do every Friday. Dinner was, adventurous tonight. That's one way of putting it. We ordered from DoorDash for McDonald's, which is pretty much right around the corner, but, it is what it is. And the guy comes running up, drops one bag at our door, and then bails as fast as his little feet will take him. Yeah. It was supposed to be 2 bags. It was all the drinks and none of the food. So we complained to DoorDash, got a refund, grumbled, got into the car, drove to McDonald's, and there's the second bag sitting on the counter, waiting for us. So we kind of looked at the manager at McDonald's, and she's like, "Oh, you've got the receipt. It matches up. Go ahead and take it. But we already had this refunded. Do you want us to pay for it? I mean, we can totally do that. You put in the work." They're like, "Nah, just take the bag." So, yeah. Thankfully, Baron is... So, Baron at least has mastered the art of refrying McDonald's fries. They're not as good as if you get them warm straight out of the vat fryer, but they're better than McDonald's fries cold, and let me tell you, it's a good thing it's better than McDonald's fries cold. Holy moly! McDonald's fries goes from instant love and adore to, my god, I cannot stick this in my mouth. And we've got a little crowd brimming about tonight.
So, does no one stream like Gaston?
Your mic is very far away.
Yes, it is.
So, one of the other YouTube personalities I follow
While you
for
describe that, I'll be back.
FF14 is Demo McStronghuge, who's of course a Lalafell. And he recently put out a video of Gaston the Summoner, and it is a thing of beauty. Give me a second, I'll throw a link in chat. He does some interesting music and atmospheric videos. So anytime he does something unique, you know it's going to be hilarious. Yeah, here.
I'm a responsible.
No, we don't want that. Go away. No ads. No ads here. No.
What's this?
Oh, I was trying to find the link to the video and it immediately tried running an ad and I'm like, nope. Denied.
Taz hate ad. Taz hate ad.
Dang straight. Yeah, that should be the link to the video. Yeah.
My goodness.
You know it was not gonna last, though.
Hi, live suing. And
Action
anyone
says
else listening
ding.
in?
Why does Action say ding?
His microwave popcorn is done.
That is actually possible.
I'm all alone. It's a good thing I have this plate of meat in front of me.
No, you were not all alone. I'm just right outside. It's an invite party. Oh, we like joking with our fellow FC mates.
Congrats on logging in.
Yeah, everyone's in fine form tonight. Action says he made it through Work EX tonight. That's definitely an accomplishment. Who do you want to talk to first?
Let's check in with Mortwood.
At last, it's over. We can take pride in the respite we have won, but we must never forget those who could not be here to join it with us to enjoy it. I can read. Yes, I can. I really need
And
to
then
get
down the
glasses.
line. I don't remember this bun being part of our group. Was she there last night?
No, and neither was the cat girl maid. Actually, I think that might be a cat boy maid.
You sure they weren't?
No,
part of
it's
the
a
group?
cat girl maid. But man, that adventurer plate.
Oh dear, dare I look?
It's nothing bad, but it is questionable.
Right.
Brayflox?
Hold on a moment.
Brayflox wants busy work. Brayflox waits Uplander's lippy flaps. No more cheese wars, please.
Please.
Brayfox feels heavy heart, but accepts Uplander's bossy words. Brayfox says good times and happy feels with gobby friends, but good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring blasty doom with much fastness.
And Shamani? We're getting all the attention.
I don't know if they realize that this is a ninja thing.
Given they're standing here, they probably knows what's more or less going on. Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me
Be a final of the
your
bottom.
finest Bacchus.
Considering that he had us jump all over the place.
Mm. Indeed. I mean to return to Wineport as soon as I've tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages. Left asleep in their barrels for many a summer, they come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about our own company. I await your orders, Commander. Look after
To the
you,
you.
Brave Noon.
Yes.
I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants for my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to tarry here much longer. Nevertheless, it is with some regret that I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions, and I will miss them. I think they're feeling neglected.
But we have a quest to do.
Well, if you've something to say, let's hear it. Return to the whalers and keep the murdering to a minimum.
Yes.
As if I needed you to tell me. While I enjoyed the diversion, I know as well as any that my true place in Gridania is leading a respectable life. You may not have been the perfect commander, but 12 as my witness, I hope to fight by your side again. Farewell.
And Whiskey.
You had quite the turn of duty, but all good things must come to an end. Any parting words before we go our separate ways?
Give Gi Rugju my best. Kick in the butt.
Really?
Yeah.
Let the company of heroes be disbanded.
Hey, finally I can enjoy some semblance of
Yep.
peace. Okay, same
Yeah.
thing.
Finally, I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At least as much peace as a man can enjoy waiting hand on foot of the Lord of Costa del Sol. It may have been rough sailing at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, Acting Commander Rylea. Vexna.
Lawrence?
And on that note, I ought to be on my way.
Slipping away again, are we? You are a creature of habit. I resented you for it at the time, you know. But I think now I understand. Better to be shunned fame and not serve as an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die.
You're overthinking it. I'm a creature of whimsy, a man who lets the tailwind carry him where it will. But more importantly, this new age belongs to the new blood. I've had my day in the sun. If ye succeeded in brokering peace with the beastmen, there'll be no need to worry about primals, and the company can go into permanent retirement. And then I can say I did right by the old man.
If you hadn't been there for us both, I don't know if I could have pulled off the trigger. Thank you, Lawrence. Brother.
I did nothing. It was you who shouldered Captain Blowfuss's burden, and that of the entire League. I'm sorry, Mornweb. I know it hasn't been easy for you. But I dare say you've worked hard enough. Maybe us company folk aren't the only ones in need of retirement. But I've said too much.
Lawrence, holding his tongue. Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead, and we steer the great ship Volbrand towards a new future.
You truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks, too. Dare say you did almost as good a job keeping my men to task as I could have done. Call it a hunch. Something tells me our paths may cross again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. Not unlike my old friend Mistbeard, I prefer to keep my past in the past. And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourselves. There they are.
Ah, Noel.
Psst. The blasphemy is no more, but we will never know lasting peace until the crushing tide agrees to lay down their arms. It will be a daunting task, but as we saw in Sestasha, they are not beyond reason. I will do all in my power to see that your efforts and the sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain. Forgive us. Even after being freed from false god's thrall, still we clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Dao's every word than turn a blind eye to the harsh truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return and speak with my brothers of the crushing tide. I will tell them of our Queen Mother's sacrifice and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I ask only that you give us time and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you would not be averse, let us return to the spawning grounds together. Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the only way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where Shorewalker and Sahagin stand as one.
And roll it. Just us now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is, of course, only the beginning. Negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invaluably lead to flared tempers and bruised egos. But such things always accompany meaningful progress. The history of Volbrand is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, it is clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. I will share that I have seen with the Sahagin and my fellow Lemensin and listen closely to their doubts and their concerns. For it must be harmony not fostered upon them from above, but one which they aspire to of their own free will. No doubt, Noel and his brothers feel the same. Again, you have come to Limsa's aid, my aid, at the time we needed it most. When we next meet, I hope will not be as admiral and adventurer, but as friends. Mayhap trading war stories over ales at the Witch. But for now, I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but it is a necessary one. If you happen to pass through Razatan, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless he will be interested to hear from yours first-hand account. One day I lay down these muskets of mine for good, but not yet, Father. Not yet. And they teleport us! Nice!
Oh, really?
Well, we
just
did
in case
actually
we
physically
happen...
leave.
No, actually, we're still in the city. Okay.
Hello, Ukti! We are just finishing up the DPS role quest and then starting the combined quest. Oh, no, I don't want to go to the Mizmass. I want to go to the airship.
Was wondering.
Airship. Airship! And tickets to Razatan.
Hold up a moment. Or is that going to be indoors? Okay.
We're going to be coming in and out. There.
Shouldn't really do that indoors.
I don't think the Astrixotra mind.
Okay, hold up. Okay.
Better.
A little. I mean, it's still raining.
I like the fact that in the middle of talking with all of them, suddenly the spigot turned off.
Yeah. It had to move out here so it could intercept us.
Mm-hmm.
Lying in wait.
Now, I assume you plan to put Ninja away and not touch it again for another 10 levels.
Maybe.
Like you, like Tay in Astrologian. It's like, yeah, maxed out Astrologian, now we don't have to touch it for another year and a half until the next X-Pack.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that Monk might be the next thing I level up, just so I can put it away for a year and a half.
Hello, delegate.
Rylea, Thayrin, you return. Pray tell, what news from my homeland?
It's a very fishy tale.
Extraordinary. And a chance at peace with this Hagen. These are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped to dispel the pall of despair that once hung over all Vilbrand. Our people now bask in newfound hope. I must share the news with the others. Full glad will they be to hear that the threat to Limsa Lominsa is no more. Thank you again, my friend. More than loss.
And Sherabat has a quest for us. Though I suspect you have some materia for me that you're going to foist.
please?
Well, let's be done with it.
I mean, it's either that or put it in a landfill. I mean, they're 9s.
I know.
They're kind of landfill bait.
I'm going to be spending hours at bubbly pots, aren't I?
Maybe. Maybe you can get into a high-stakes marbles game and lose them all.
That would be nice.
Better snow. The glint in Shirabot's eyes suggests she was hoping you might pass through. Well, hope no longer.
Well, if it isn't Thayrin and Rylea, all around good eggs and champions of, well, the whole world, I suppose. Word travels fast, my friends. We've all heard of your exploits defeating the blasphemies and the plague of the good people of Eorzea and Doma. Sadly, there are other fell beasts that yet want for slaying, but fear not, our efforts to bring them low proceed apace, and we've had naught but glad tidings from our allies. In fact, we but recently received word from the resistance forces in Bosnia that the blasphemy was slain thanks to no small part to Lord Kian's timely assistance. Oh dear, there was
so
one
there
running
was a
around
blasphemy in Bosnia.
Perhaps the most surprising report came from Werlet, where soldiers led by the infamous Black Wolf fought alongside Alamagan troops for yet another hard-earned victory.
Very good.
Reports from Garlemald, however, suggest another blasphemy threat lurks in the snows, and we received a petition for assistance. Oh dear.
Yeah, when they mentioned snow, I figured we were going back to Garlemald.
Strange, don't you think? When the effects of the final days began to spread in earnest, we encountered a great many monstrosities in Garlemald, but never a blasphemy. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And to make matters worse, they say the Garlands who chose to remain and rebuild have begun transforming into yet more hideous creatures, which means it's still roaming around. From what I understand, it was you and your comrades who brought the end to the source of the final days. Is that right? Even so, it would appear its efforts will linger a while longer. Until the malevolent influence on the Akasa subsides, I dare say this won't be the last time we hear of such things. As for the blasphemy, we have reason to believe it a great deal stronger than any we've faced thus far. Your strength and experience would prove quite valuable, if you two are willing to help, of course.
I'll help.
Yeah, what? You're asking the busybodies if we'll help. Truly?
We could be busybodying somewhere else.
Truly, our contacts in Rylea will be thrilled to hear. Though they did not explicitly request your presence, it was clear from the very first they were hoping for it. Though, if I may be frank, I was not expecting Rylea, of all places, to be so concerned with the present state of Garlemald, with what their strict policies of non-intervention. Perhaps we'll find out the reason before it is all over. But that's an inquiry for another time. I'll not keep you any longer. Once you've arrived in Garlemald, I should think the intelligence officers stationed there will be more than happy to appraise you of the situation.
Now, I will note
Uh-huh.
that this is the wrap-up for everything.
Uh-huh.
There's no need to stay a ninja.
No, there is not. We can do this at any class we want.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a moment.
Does the little kitty want her umbrella.
Ow.
Yes, Doodles, I did at least see the new trailer for 16.
Yes, we both did.
Story-wise, I'm really excited by it. I'm a little saddened that it looks like it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive again.
Oh?
When originally they were saying it was going to be both PC and PlayStation.
I didn't see any hints on that one way or another.
Well, considering that the trailer was released as part of PlayStation's State of Play.
Okay, I had no idea about that. I just knew there'd been a trailer.
I am very mixed on the combat system. A lot of modern games are going for this controller-heavy, twitch-based action combat, which my old decrepit fingers are not up for. Now, if they give various skill levels like they do with Nier and Automata, I'll be just as happy because you can at least go through and play through the story and have a little bit of a challenge, and you can scale the difficulty. It's not like Dark Souls or Elden Rings. But the combat looked very kinetic. And considering it's, let's head to Gridania. The main lead combat designer is the same person who worked on Devil May Cry series.
Yeah, on the one hand, FF has traditionally kind of held the line for less actiony combat. Frankly, their non-action... Hold on. Frankly, their non-action combat, i.e. like FF6 and earlier, is still too action-heavy for me. I want full turn-based, frankly. Because I can't keep up with much of anything else.
Well, you can keep up here.
Not really.
You are a better player than you think you are.
Just remember, I can go through some of these things only because of you.
No.
Without you saying things in my ear, I wouldn't be able to handle half the stuff. Because I will never see the tells.
You are a much better player than you think you are. But a lot of gaming is steering towards this action combat style, which I believe there should be a mix. And
some should go that way, some shouldn't.
It's like the entire thing of, for a while, I hope you like looking through glass gun sights, because all you get in gaming is first-person shooters.
That hasn't really stopped.
It's a lot less than it used to be.
Other things have come back towards the fore, but there's still about as many modern military shooters as there have been.
Oh dear.
Eh?
Well, I can't help them. They're AFK, but they're AFK dead.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, let's poke them real quick.
Do a drive-by rezzing and they can accept it if they come back in time.
Yeah, something like that.
Do stop it!
least try.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say one potential worry on 16
Mm-hmm.
is, that it comes out for PlayStation first, and then comes out on the Epic Store only. They've done that trick before.
That will depend on which engine they built it in.
Yeah.
If they built it in Luminous, which is actually a possibility, then it'll probably come out on Steam. If they built it in Unreal, it's going to be exclusive to the Epic store, because that way they get a huge, a nice cushy deal to have it on the Epic store.
On the other hand, maybe it'll come out on Switch if worst comes to worst.
Yeah, apparently people have not been happy with the Switch Cloud version of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh dear.
It's not raining, we might as well take ours out.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people have been calling it very buggy.
Question is it still buggy, or is that just from when it came out?
That I don't know.
'Cause I do seem to remember hearing something about it having gotten better.
Yeah, one of the big hubbubs that I've been hearing is that one of the other MMOs that's still kind of... It's not exactly big and huge, but it actually does have a player base, and that's a lot of Destiny 2. And they've made a big thing of you are not allowed to run it via the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is Linux-based. And apparently there are a couple programs in Linux that allows you to crack a lot of the login coding for cheats.
Right.
And bypass a lot of the anti-cheat stuff. However, if you have Stadia, you can play it through the Steam Deck no problem, because you're not actually hosting the game on the Steam Deck, you're hosting it on the Stadia servers.
Right.
Which have all been approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe some people found a way to properly log into FF using the Steam Deck. In general, I've heard very good things about the Steam Deck, and while it comes natively with the version of Linux on it, you can just wipe it and install Windows. It's a piece of hardware. It doesn't care what it's actually running. The main reason to run the Linux version is to have direct access to Steam, the Steam library, and all the games that have been approved to run on the Steam library. Now, if that isn't confusing, I don't know what is. It definitely seems it's a lot more aimed at people who like to tinker with their systems.
Oh, that's good.
For good and for ill.
Having a tinkering option out there, though, is definitely good.
Yeah, but it also opens a back door for a lot of really nasty stuff, too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm like, do I really want to go to the Epic Store and buy FF7 Remake? I love the Epic engine, and the engine development group is actually completely separate now from the Epic group, if that makes sense. The ones who run the store and the games. But there is still this, you're still giving money to Tencent.
It's not.
What you looking up? I assume you're looking up something.
Yeah. They're saying one thing in a headline and something else completely in the article, so I am unhappy.
Wonderful
Where'd
news.
you go?
Talk to the Ironworks pilot. I should have dumped you right in front of him. Yeah, Doodles, the entire thing about PS and exclusive is that it means that it will generally have the game for about 2 years before PC does. And 2 years is kind of a long time. Long enough that people will spoil it for you. Welcome to Camp Broken Glass, land of frozen toes. Oh, by the way, I found one of the roaming scions around in here. Yeah, a female.
Okay.
The girl who always hung out by the bar, who originally came in as part of the Crystal Braves. It's somewhat strange to meet you someplace other than the Rising Stones. I can't say I'm enjoying the cold, but I'm doing what I can to survive. As it were, I've begun a sort of cultural exchange with Garleans. I share them songs of the wandering minstrel, and they share with me stories of Emperor Solus and the Assassin of Legend. Learning who these heroes are and what qualities they admire in people has been most edifying. I feel that this venture will serve to deepen our mutual understanding and threaten our nascent relationship. Have I told you about the whole thing against the Assassin of Legend versus Emperor Solus?
Maybe not.
It's actually
so.
part of the Reaper quest line. One of the things that Reapers did after they kind of migrated from their original homeland was they became a group of assassins specifically designed to eliminate officials who had quote-unquote lost their way morally.
Yeah.
So one of them felt that Emperor Solus had overstepped his bounds way too much and took him on. You remember who Emperor Solus is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that fight went there.
Okay.
The Assassin of Legend ended up limping away with his tail between his legs, crying that Emperor Solus was a freaking monster.
Yes.
Because, well, he was. And spent the rest of his life trying to accumulate enough power to actually properly go against him again. The problem with this is it effectively let the Void Scent take him over.
Oh. Goody.
And that's the enemy you have to face during the entire Reaper quest line.
Okay, then.
Yeah. It's charming. Oh, and the person who sucks you into this is the guy's granddaughter,
Right.
who is
Of course.
very old.
Hmm.
She's tall, she's fit, she's robust, she looks like she's been dried out like a prune in the middle of the Thanalan desert.
Yep.
But I thought that was a
moment.
nice callback with Athene.
Mm-hmm.
And of course she's sharing wandering minstrel stories with them. It's like, no, don't tell them back! We want to die in obscurity! You're not going to let that happen, are you? Hello, intelligence officer.
A little note that was basically an update to an existing article on Game Watcher. In late December, data miners discovered that Final Fantasy VII Remake's config file contains a Steam app ID that was seemingly added to Steam's backend before the game made it to the Epic Game Store's backend.
You think the Epic exclusive thing was a last-minute deal?
Don't know. Although this isn't an official confirmation, it's yet another detail that points towards FF7 Remake arriving on Steam in 2022, given how Epic exclusivity usually lasts for 12 months.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah. So you might want to wait a while before swallowing that poison pill.
Hello, Mr. Intelligence Officer.
Rylea? Thayrin? The Rylea and Thayrin? It's an honor to have you with us. I presume you've come to assist in our hunt for the blasphemy?
We have.
Maxima and Lucia will be pleased to hear it, if you would come this way. It is good to see you, Rylea, Thayrin, though I wish it was under more fortuitous circumstances.
We are reluctant to call upon you, knowing you but recently returned from the far reaches of heaven, but we are no less glad of your aid. Now then, I believe it is best if the man who first discovered the blasphemy explain the situation.
And who shall this be?
Oh ho! Really? Just for the record, we still have not forgiven you for trying to disown your son and daughter.
Rylea, Thayrin. Good. We may forgo introductions then. Thank you for answering our call for assistance. As for the situation at hand, it concerns a joint effort between the Forum and the Lockrits to find new purpose for the moon. While there is no longer need for a vessel to evacuate this star, we believe the moon may yet prove of use to the people of Etheris. After much contemplation, a rather ingenious proposal was put forward to transform the moon into a repository for man's knowledge, an archive of hitherto unseen scale. Charlene has long had the honor of boasting incomparable repositories of the world's knowledge, but it is far from perfect. Should calamity befall us, natural or otherwise, the wisdom of ages we have long labored to preserve would be lost. The moon is beyond any such risk. Don't count on it. What's more, it is beyond the jurisdiction of any one nation. Thus did we consult the allied nations of Eorzea, the Far East, and Razdat Han. They agreed to assembling a survey team to take measure of the moon and its potential as a repository.
It's not a bad idea, though.
Our plans for assessment were forestalled, however, by the presence of an entity we believe to be a blasphemy in the Tower of Babel. Claims of Garlean citizens transforming into monsters shortly after its discovery only gave further credence to our initial supposition.
But we've not only ill tidings to share. Reinforcements have been dispatched to aid us in quelling the blasphemy threat.
Lord Arturiel and a member of Gridania's Keepers of the Entwined Serpents have already begun an investigation into the catalyst of these transformations. Though the skies no longer burn, and the spread of this affliction is much curtailed, we must remain vigilant. Until the blasphemy threat has been quelled, Alphino and Alice have graciously offered to help keep calm the people of Tertium, while we attend to the people here.
But the matter of the blasphemies is not so easily resolved, I'm afraid. We recently met with a certain complications that have hindered our plans. Yuguri and Flordola are presently deliberating on how best to resolve the situation. Perhaps it would be best if you heard the details directly from them.
There's a pair?
Yeah!
I should like to join you, if I may. As this endeavor was originally undertaken on Charlane's behalf, I feel it is my responsibility to see this through to its conclusion.
Better have some neoliths on you.
Some what?
Neoliths. Those are the sage weapons. Remember, he is an accomplished sage. Though he's been mostly doing administrative work for several years. Okay, you two, no killing each other.
I'm almost as scared if they're not killing each other.
Somehow I should have known you would turn up eventually.
Hey, thank you. It's good to see you too.
Yeah. You, Gary?
I mean, that is a polite greeting from her.
True.
I mean, this is kind of akin to the Klingon version of a polite greeting being, "What do you want?"
Fair enough. I did not expect to see you here of all places, but I am no less glad for your two's presence. I presume word of the blasphemy is what brought you here, in which case I believe it may be best if a member of the reconnaissance team guarded... Let me try that again. I believe it may be best if a member of the reconnaissance team's guard explain the situation. Oh. Hi, Lawrence.
An acquaintance of yours.
We've bumped into... A long time no see, Lawrence. I'm not outing
like
him.
10 minutes. Oh. But outing him is so tempting. He royally deserves it.
I'm surprised he's even here. I thought he'd be lost by now.
Part of the point.
I went ahead and clicked through. Sorry.
You're the captain of the company of heroes. Who? Me? Heavens no. Just a lowly sword for hire, hoping to fatten my purse with a touch of mercenary work after taking my leave from Limsa.
Yeah, right.
Hold on a moment. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'd heard tell you are the worldly sort, but bugger me if I know where you heard my name before.
Yeah, well. And then he says the same thing.
Ah,
I'm just a lowly sword for hire.
well, yours is slightly different, that last sentence.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
The job sounded simple enough, but, well, something. And it's still different.
Oh, jeez.
But you didn't come all this way to hear about me, did you? The blasphemy we're after is making its nest in the upper reaches of the Tower of Babel. The auxiliary sector, I believe it was. Or on mine. I reckon you'd sooner find Miss Beard's treasure than the company hero's captain, and neither have reason to make themselves known, lass. And now it finally joins up with yours.
Oops. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Event. I'm just a lowly sellsword for hire, hoping to fatten my purse with a touch of mercenary work after taking my leave of Limsa. The job sounded simple enough, but, well, I'm sure you wouldn't be here if it were, eh?
Yeah. The auxiliary sector, I believe it was. But it wasn't alone. A sizable horde of beasts were circling about like knights protecting their queen. Naturally, we thought to strike from a distance before engaging in earnest, but not a single bullet reached its mark. From you, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
They were protected by some manner of mystical shroud as far as I can figure. Without a keen eye for magic, I don't see anyone getting through. By the time we understood the futility of the situation, we'd been spotted. Retreat was our only option. Pains me to say it, but there won't be any brute forcing our way through this one. My understanding was that, once transformed, these blasphemies are completely devoid of ether. What energies could create such a barrier? Dynamis. That's the question, isn't it? My first thought was some heretofore unknown technique for conjuring shields. Needless to say, I'm out of my depth when it comes to matters of magic. Which is precisely why I plan to speak with the Elder Seedseer when she arrives. If anyone can help us find a way to overcome the blasphemy's protection, it's her.
Really?
Oh dear,
Connie
Senna
is here?
This is going to be an all-star cast.
Indeed.
In the meantime, could we trouble you to help with the not-so-small matter of people changing into beasts? The blasphemy's horde was large enough when we first found it. We can't afford for more to join its ranks. Very well. We shall reconvene with Lord Astoriel and discuss strategy. Before you go, there's something else you should know about the tower. From the moment we set foot inside, I could swear there's someone or something watching us. Shrugged it off, thinking it a figment of my imagination, but in hindsight, I'm not so sure. Nothing to worry ourselves about now, but best keep on your guard when we do finally return to the tower, eh?
Well, it is 11 o'clock now. Do we want to press on or call it here until Monday?
I think call it here. And very possibly until Tuesday.
True.
Since patch 1.5 is apparently about to drop, which implies maintenance on Monday.
Well, do we want to head back to the house?
Somewhere warmer than here would be nice.
Yeah, it is kind of nippy cold. Because I've got a feeling this is going to be something of a long chain.
Yeah. Certainly no shorter than the other quests. I don't know, are there any good bars in the city? I mean, if they want to rebuild, they need money. If they want tourist money, they need a good farm.
Oh, there's these food stalls here. A couple of benches and seats. This is kind of sort of a bar.
Confidence. Not exactly confidence generating.
Oh, last night I was on questing, and she's in the middle of the Sorrows of Wyrlet chain, trying to unlock all the trials there. And she popped out, and the weather looked weird.
Okay.
Ixion was up.
Yeah.
So she kind of did a call out to the FC, and at first it was like, it's just me. I found Ixion, he's right over here. Does anyone have the powder? And then, like, 5 minutes later, the big horde came boiling through player characters. That was like the cleanest takedown of Ixion I had ever seen in my life.
Okay, then.
It was like military precision. So, of course, I joked about so I got 6 of these Ixion horns. Let me guess, it takes 12 to get the mount. Everyone's like, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Decent donut shops are good, too. Get a good fat fryer.
We are a bit more short of those than we used to be.
Donut shops?
Yeah. We still have Donut Wheel.
We still have Donut Wheel. Yes.
And the one place partway up the peninsula near the tracks is probably still there. But the one near the San Francisco station is gone.
Oh.
Well, that went before everything happened. It's now this, like, sports fan paraphernalia shop, because of course it's practically across the street from the current Giants Stadium.
Right, that would make sense.
Yeah, but no donuts. And
you still want your donuts in the morning, don't you?
On occasion. I mean, there's like 3 places for me to go get good stuff, and they're all gone now.
Oh.
Because the McDonald's went out even before that, and now there's a, like 5-story building where the McDonald's was. And the little coffee shop that I think I took you to once that had really, really good blueberry muffins is gone. That went out of business during the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still bummed that Ringer Hut decided to pull their last location in the States that isn't in Hawaii out.
Yeah.
Though at some point we need to go try the udon place that moved in.
Before it moves out again.
Yeah. The big advantage is that apparently that udon place, the business itself has been around a while, it's just this is a new location for it.
Okay. Well, we will not be doing that tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Gaming.
I thought that was Sunday.
Face-to-face gaming here is Sunday. Lance's D&D game.
Oh, right, and they're taking the kit. Right, so we will be carless.
Actually, it's worse than that, because of course Baron is also doing the U-Crate tomorrow.
Right.
So they're going separately, so both cars will be gone.
Maybe before the U-Create, you can bat your eyes at Baron in the morning and ask him to have donuts waiting. I have no hope. Yeah. Boo. Well, if push comes to shove, we can like walk over to Black Bear or Armadillo or
Yep. Paris Baguette. Ambrosia Central.
yeah. I don't know what it is about those pepperoni pizzas, but it's like, give me, take, put in mouth.
Yeah, I know. Something that has pried you off of the Maui Zowie. I'm amazed.
Yes, we have a surfer pizza shop nearby. We accept this and just roll with it. No, at some point, I still need to convince someone to try and bake up some of those rotation muffins. Caramel and sea salt muffins.
Yeah.
Toaster strudel. Oh, by the way, at some point, the Make It Rain campaign has started. So we need to do that event.
It was working. I mean, it was raining a bunch earlier.
No. Make It Rain! MGP!
And it made it rain.
There we go. Well, we are going to go ahead and call it a night here. Thank you very much for coming along. We will be back tomorrow night for more Heaven on High fun times. Hopefully we can get through 61 to 70. Maybe if we're lucky to 80, but I'm not holding my breath on that one.
Yeah.
And then Sunday will be more fun. Yeah. And then we will tongue-tied. And then we will be back on Monday with Thayrin and Rylea to work this quest. Hopefully.
So, might be
We'll
Tuesday.
see. It depends on when they decide to throw maintenance. So keep an eye on the Twitch channel. Hopefully you guys will get notifications or some such. In any case, have a great evening. Be well, be safe, get a good night's sleep. Hope to see you tomorrow night for Heaven on High.
Yeah, everyone, have a great night.